Hello friends, welcome to Geography Hub. Today we will discuss about distribution of ocean and continent. We know that continent and ocean basin are the fundamental parts of our geography. Ocean. Ocean covers 70.2% of total Earth's surface. Okay, that's ocean. What about continent? Continent. What you would have done? You would have subtracted from 100. Yes, that's 29.8%. That's continent. The other name for ocean is hydrosphere. Hydrosphere. Okay, and another name for continent is lithosphere. Lithosphere. Okay. Now, one very interesting fact. Before millions of years, what happened? All the continents were together. There was a huge landmass. What was the name of that landmass? Any guesses? Yes. That landmass was known as Pangaea. Pangaea. Pangaea was the supercontinent, while Panthalassa was the superocean. That was Panthalassa. Pangaea. Pangaea broke into two parts. Okay, northern part and southern part. Northern part was known as Angara Land. That was Angara Land. Southern part was known as Gondwana Land. Gondwana Land. Okay. Now, what happened? There was one geographer. What was the name? Yes. Any guesses? That was Alfred Wegener. Alfred Wegener explained the continental drift theory. What? Any guesses? We had discussed that all the continents are together. But now, you can see the condition. In a series of papers between 1910 to 1928, he had published this continental drift theory. Okay? Continental drift theory. In continental drift theory, what happened? He explained that all these continents are floating on the slab of rocks. Means molten rocks are there on which these continents are floating. And there was a super and huge continent that was known as Pangaea was there. And what happened the next? A sharp-minded student will be having one doubt that what's the evidences that all these continents were together at a period of time or at point of time. Okay? Yes. I am having all these evidences. Before that, let us discuss what's the plate tectonic theory. Plate tectonic theory is the combination of two theories. Okay? You know about the continental drift theory. Continental drift theory. One is, what is the name? Sea floor spreading. Sea floor spreading. Okay. When these two theories combined, this led to the formation of new theory. What was the name? New theory was known as the theory of plate tectonics. Theory of plate tectonics. Okay. When the continental drift theory combined with the sea floor spreading theory, it led to the formation of new theory that was known as theory of plate tectonics. Theory of plate tectonics was published in 1960s. Okay? And now, the evidences to support the continental drift theory. Okay? Now, we are taking the continental drift theory given by Sir Alfred Wegener, published in the series of papers between 1910 to 1928. What are the evidences? Let's see all these evidences one by one. First is matching of continents. Matching of continents. Till the time you see the map. Okay? Yes. Matching of continents. In map, you can see there are major continents are shown in this map. If you will see, this is South America. This is Africa. If you will fit the South America in African continent by cropping method, what you will get? You will see that this can combine perfectly, or this can be fitted inside African continent perfectly. Yes, you are right. If you will cut all these continents in several pieces and you will try to combine with each other, all will combine together. This is our first evidence that continent had drifted from a single landmass. Now, what is the second point? Second point is rocks of same age. Second is rocks of same age. Rocks of same age. What this means? The rocks found in this region of South America and this region of Africa are having the similar or same time period. These rocks matches with these continents very perfectly. This means that these continents had separated. Okay? This also explains the continental drift theory. What's the third point? Any guesses? Third one is tillet. Tillet. What this means? Tillet means the sedimentary deposition. The sedimentary deposition in this region means United States and the Europe are similar. Means the sedimentary deposition in United States are similar with that of European countries. This clearly explains the continental drift theory. Our next one is placer deposit. Fourth is placer deposit. Okay, what is in placer deposit theory? Placer deposit theory explains that the deposition in Ghana are similar with Brazil. How can this happen? You can't carry all these knives here and there. They are natural. But the gold properties are similar in Brazil and in Ghana. Our fifth point, fifth and last, what's that? Our fifth point is distribution of fossils. Distribution of fossils. Fossils are the remaining elements. From millions of years, they are under the Earth's surface. The fossils found in this region of South America are similar with this. That is African continent. But students will be having one doubt that birds can fly. But I will say, how animals will fly? Animals can't fly. Yes, the animal bones and other things which can't fly, like rocks, all these are having the similar properties in Africa and South America. But I do agree with your contradiction that birds can fly, but animals can't, stones can't, or there is no breeze There is no bridge like Ram Bridge here. India and Sri Lanka, there is no such bridge. And animals can't move. So, this theory, this means the distribution of fossils, which is found in various continents, explains the continental drift theory very well. Now, we will talk about the various layers of our Earth. Okay? We know that our Earth's surface is cool, but inside, now also, Earth is too hot, or molten magma is there. Now we will see what is inside our Earth. We will take this Earth. We will cut. Okay? When you will see this part, this is known as core. C-O-R-E. Okay? And another layer is called, this is mantle. Okay? And upper layer is called crust. Okay? But if you will see the core is divided into two parts. What are they? They are inner core, and second one is outer core. From the name, this is clear that inner core will be inside and outer core will be outside. Yes, you are right. We had stopped at continental drift theory. That's the overview of continental drift theory. In our previous part, we had discussed that continental drift theory combined with seafloor spreading theory. Let us see what's the seafloor spreading theory. Seafloor spreading. Seafloor spreading theory. Okay. Seafloor spreading theory was given by Harry Hare. He supported this theory and published in 1962. Okay? And scientifically, this theory was explained by Morgan and Parker, Holmes, and various other scientists. According to this theory, Earth's crust is divided into several big and small fragments, and these are called plates. According to NASA, there are 7 major and 20 minor plates. Now, we will see the forces for drifting. Means, what are the forces which is causing this continental drift or these driftings? What are the forces? Now we will discuss about forces. Till the time you guess what may be the means, what are the forces? Okay? Forces for drifting. Wegener suggested that moment responsible for the drifting of continent, means Alfred Wegener suggested these moments which are responsible for drifting of these continents are caused by two forces. What are these two forces? First one is polar fleeing force. Polar fleeing force. Okay, this is first one. Second one is tidal force. Tidal force. Okay. Let us see what's the polar fleeing force. What is the shape of Earth? Earth is having the geode shape. Means it has the bulge over equator. On equator it has bulge, but on the polar areas it is having the flat surface like this. Okay. At equator it is bulged. What polar fleeing force explains? Earth is taking the round and it is rotating and revoluting both. Due to this force, these continents are drifting. And second one is tidal force. Tidal force means the force of moon. That's here. Or it is taking the rotation of our earth. Moon is causing a force over earth. Moon is attracting the earth from millions of years. Then what happened? These continents started moving from one another due to the force of moon. This is the second explanation of the continental drift theory. Means there are two forces. First one is polar fleeing force and second one is tidal force. Okay, these two forces are responsible. Convectional current theory. Convectional current theory. Convectional current theory. Okay, this came in 1930s. Okay, this came in 1930s. What happened in convectional current theory? Convectional current theory discussed the possibility of convectional current operating in mantle. That's the second layer of Earth we had discussed. Okay. One sharp-minded student will have one doubt. What's that? Means who had given this theory? Yes, you are right. This theory was given by Arthur Holmes. Arthur Holmes. Okay. And what is the main concept in convectional current theory? In our first point, we had seen that he had discussed about the possibility of convectional current, which is operated by the mantle, which is the second layer of our Earth. Okay. He said that mantle generates some radioactive elements. Radioactive elements. Chemistry students will be knowing what's the radioactive elements. Radioactive elements operate these plates. Means these continents are operated by radioactive elements. And there is the existence of a system of such currents in the entire mantle. Means entire mantle. The entire layer, which is mantle, means second layer, is having such a system, or there is the existence of radioactive elements system. Okay. Now we will see our second thing, that is mapping of ocean floor. Now we will map the ocean floor. That's very interesting topic. Okay. What do you think about ocean? When a small child can say ocean, there is a lot of water, and before few thousand years ago, people were thinking that ocean is a plain surface. But while there was an exposure inside the ocean, we got to know that there are plains, mountains, volcanoes inside the ocean also, and huge vegetation. Means a lot many good properties ocean is having. That's saline water. Saline water can absorb anything, or means it can destroy anything except plastic. Please don't use plastic or single use plastic. Now let us see what is our concept in mapping of ocean floor. Okay. In ocean there are deep trenches also. Trenches, which is the deepest trench. Any guesses? Yes. That I will tell at the last of this video, at the end of this video. Okay. Now let us map our ocean floor. You will see here what are there? There are several islands. Okay. And if you will take this part, this is making a shoe-like structure or a horseshoe-like structure. This is known as ring of fire. What is this? Ring of fire. Ring. This is ring that I am wearing. Fire means heat or to burn. What is that ring of fire? Any guesses? Yes. Now let us see what's the ring of fire. Ring of fire is a chain of volcanic mountain submerged in the ocean. Means it is a chain which is submerged under the ocean. Okay, and it is throwing the lava, and various islands are forming, and they are floating islands. Means they are floating on the ocean surface. You know one interesting fact, that they consist of 80% of total volcanoes on our Earth surface. Means if total Earth is having the 100 volcanoes, then 80 volcanoes are found here. Any guesses? What is the number? There are 460 active volcanoes in Ring of Fire, and they consist of 80% of total earthquakes. Okay, 80%. Sorry, 80% of total earthquakes they are having. What is the proper definition for Ring of Fire? Ring of Fire is a major area in the basin of Pacific Ocean. Here is Pacific Ocean. Okay, where many earthquake and volcanoes eruption takes place. Means it is an area in Pacific Ocean where earthquakes and volcanic eruptions are going on. That is the Earth, means that is the Ring of Fire, and it is having the total 460 volcanoes around. If you like this video, please like, subscribe and comment. If you are having any doubt, you can ask in comment box. Thank you so much for watching us. We will meet in our next video on topic climate.
Answer is Mariana Trench, which is the deepest trench in the world in Pacific Ocean.